Are you intercalating? What is the worst thing about being a medical student? It's just so repetitive,
so monotonous,
boring.
Yeah, we're quite analytical of Barts in the London, aren't we?
Yeah,
we have a lot to say.
I feel so cool when I'm taking bloods.
Yeah, so weird. I hate so much. I don't like the person I become.
Hey everyone, my name is Hazal.
And my name is Liddy.
And we are two medical students studying in the UK. We use this channel to document our lives to becoming doctors, as well as sharing student tips.
We asked you guys over on our Instagram to send in any questions you had, and we've split this into 3 categories. All the relevant timestamps are in the description box down below. Grab your tea, grab your hot chocolate. We have a juicy Q&A lined up for you. Bit of academic stuff, bit of personal stuff. We're gonna mix up a tiny bit, so enjoy.
So guys, obviously our first set of questions are going to be medical school related. Question number 1 is, what is the thing that you enjoy the most about medical school?
One thing I love about medical school is, if you allow it to, it can really help you grow as a person. I feel like medical school is not easy. It's definitely hard. It's gonna push you out of your comfort zone, but that's when the most growth happens.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree. I've seen such a transformation in myself and the people around me over the last 3 years. So like Liddy said, if you allow it to, medical school can really boost you up. The next question is, are you intercalating?
So we actually do have an answer to this question, but it is gonna come out in a more in-depth video in a few weeks time, so keep an eye out for that.
So the answer is, you have to wait.
Yeah.
Next question is, what has been the hardest part of your medical school journey so far?
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's a good question.
What does that even mean? Like, where do I even begin? I think it's obviously, like, for me, it's exam season. The difficulty with medical school comes in phases, and I think exam season is just one of the phases that I hate so much. I don't like the person I become. Like, I'm just in the library 24/7. There's just nothing else to life but studying. I hate it. So yeah, I think maybe exam season.
Yeah, exam season is rough, and every year I forget how rough it was.
Yeah.
And when I go into it again,
Slaps you fresh.
I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I didn't like it. Yeah, it's just so repetitive,
so monotonous,
boring.
Yeah, can't wait to see you in June. Exam season.
The next question is, do you ever wish that you went to a different medical school?
Do you know what, guys? I know why you asked this question. I feel like me and Hazal are quite analytical of Barts in the London, aren't we?
Yeah,
we have a lot to say, but that's because we're honest people and we like to give honest reviews. But from the bottom of my heart, guys, I am so happy that I came to Barts. Like, I don't think I would have been this happy anywhere else. Like, it's just the perfect university for me. I know that sometimes the social life at Barts can be questionable, but I think I needed things to be like this because it forced me to make friends outside of my main medical school. It forced me out of my comfort zone, and it's allowed me to set this life up for myself. So I'm really happy at Barts.
The last question for this section is, what is the worst thing about being a medical student? I actually have an answer for this.
Do you?
I do. I think the worst thing is the excessive expectations people have of you just because they know you're a medical student.
Yeah.
And also people always trying to remind you about the disadvantages of a medical degree or a medical career. I just think it's not necessary. Like, obviously I've chosen to go into this career path, and you don't have to sway me in a different direction. I've already chosen this path, so I just think it's very unnecessary. It's
alright. It's okay, Hazal. It's alright.
Yeah, like, people just try and, like, you know, try and change
I
my
agree
mind.
with you. I think it's very scary that the curriculum doesn't include certain specific things. Like, I don't know if you guys saw recently, I'm going to put a picture here and it's going to shock some of you, but recently I saw a black woman with a pregnant fetus for the first time ever. That was the first time I ever saw an illustration of a black pregnant woman with a black fetus. Like, I've never ever in my entire life seen that, and I think it's very scary that we're, you know, at UK medical schools we're taught this curriculum with all these outdated textbooks that don't represent the modern world, and we're expected to go into the world and treat society, but the type of society we're treating is tailored towards a very specific skin color, is tailored towards a very specific demographic, and that's not right. It doesn't sit right with my heart. Like, I don't think that's not right or okay at all. Surely our curriculum should reflect the patients we're going to be treating, and we're not going to be treating one type of patient, so we shouldn't learn about one type of patient. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like at all. Like, makes me sick. So guys, the next set of questions are going to be based on hospital placement. What has been your favourite thing about placement so far?
I think talking to patients. Actually, I want to change my answer. I want to change my answer.
No. What? Change your answer with chest. Change your answer with chest in front of the camera.
My answer is actually taking bloods. I feel so cool when I'm taking bloods.
You're so weird.
Being able to take blood from someone, I think it's cool. Like as medical students,
it is kind of cool.
Yeah, like walking through the hospital, then going and taking blood from someone.
Tell us what medical students, not telling us what medical students. How do clinical years compare to pre-clinical years? Starting off with the basics. In clinical years, you are a hospital-based student, so you're not really based at university anymore. Your 9 to 5 is at the hospital, it's not in lectures. And one other thing is, I feel like pre-clinicals is very theory, textbook-based, whereas clinical years is very clinical. You know, you're learning from patients and you're shadowing doctors and stuff. So yeah. Next question is, how do you learn well on hospital placement?
It's not easy to get used to at the start, and I don't think I'm used to it yet, because as students we're used to kind of learning from a book or learning from lecture slides, making notes, but hospital placements aren't like that at all. So at the start I was kind of lost. I was like, what am I expected to do? How do I learn? And I haven't mastered it yet.
So you learn by looking. I'm joking. You learn when you speak to patients. You take a history from them and you ask them about their condition, and you learn so much. Going on ward rounds and just watching doctors interact with the different patients as well. I've learned a lot just by hearing those conversations. When you're getting something explained in a hospital setting right after seeing a patient with that condition, it sticks in your head differently compared to reading from a textbook.
But I think also another great way to learn is through like flashcards or doing questions, because at the end of the day our end of year examination is going to be questions based on theory, so we still need to go over the theory as well.
So guys, time for the next section.
Our last section is going to be a group of miscellaneous questions that you guys asked. The next question is, and I feel personally attacked, do you ever feel like you are constantly working and busy and have no time to relax? Well, I definitely feel like I'm guilty of overworking myself and doing too much to the point where I don't relax. I actually experienced it during the Christmas holidays. I was like, wait, I need to like stop and actually relax. The next question is, how many hours a day do you think you study? Well, recently it's been 0.
Like, I promise you, Christmas holiday, guys. You guys are probably not going to believe me, but I actually did nothing.
Don't remind me that I haven't done anything.
It is what it is. I enjoyed the time I spent with my family, and I know I'm going to work hard when we go back to it. Our new time is starting tomorrow. It's back to uni for a few weeks. We're going to have to be studying during that, because you know, the phase is theory, time to, you know, take in the theory and start revising.
And we have an exam, so we have to like
exactly but I feel like hospital placement, you know, you need to put that energy in learning on placement. But Hazal did a week vlog on how many hours she studies like the first month of uni, so you might want to check that out.
The next question, which I don't know if I want to know the answer to, is does being together 24/7 get overwhelming? I think the answer is sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys.
That's
you know,
understandable.
It's understandable. Like, we're with each other all the time for uni stuff, for Journey to Med stuff, just as friends. It can be a lot.
It's like when sometimes your siblings get annoying.
When your siblings, it's like when your siblings get annoying a bit, because it's just always there. I'll say it's that type of
annoyance, overwhelmingness. Is that a word? It is now. The next question is, what do you listen to whilst studying? I listen to albums that I already know, so that I don't get distracted by the lyrics. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make
sense. But that's how, I don't know.
Hazal, ladies and gentlemen. Hazal, ladies and gentlemen.
During second year, all I listened to was Justin Bieber's latest album. Like for like 3-4 months straight. I go through phases of like just listening to one album, because I already know all the lyrics and everything, it doesn't distract me. Which doesn't make sense in theory, but it makes sense to me.
Lo-fi music. I listen to lo-fi music. Like, there's this girl on YouTube that I watch.
I'm gonna put a picture.
I feel like half of you guys are gonna know her. Like, we all study with her.
The headphones, the cat in the corner.
I love her. It brings me so much peace.
Next question is, what was your biggest achievement of 2021?
I don't feel like I have one in particular, but I feel like my biggest achievement that I received it in 2021, but I can't announce it until 2022, like sometime this month. That was my biggest achievement. Like, announcements soon come, guys.
I think mine is the friendships I've been able to like solidify this year.
What do you mean this year? Like it's the 2nd of January, G.
No, like in 2021, I feel like I've really, you know, cut off some people, but also got closer with some people, and I'm really happy with the people I surround myself with. So yeah, that's my answer.
Talking about friendships, we solidified and amazing memories we made. If you haven't already, go check out our last vlog of 2021. It's honestly so wholesome. So you don't want to miss it. The trailer or the, you know, little snippet will be on screen somewhere. Go check out for yourself.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be sure to see you guys in a new video next time. Bye.